These islands have known many civilizations over the centuries, culminating with the emergence of Islam over 1,400 years ago.
خير سداد صادق احوال بالله وانتين سيد رحيم اخبار شغل عندك اليوم؟ الحمد لله بفضل الله والناس طيبين. مع السلامه. هم يا شباب.
And we made every living thing of water. Collective historical opinion agrees that Bahrain's ancient urban development was due primarily to the availability of fresh water, irrigation, and consequently fertile land. This encouraged civilizations to settle, inhabit, and cultivate the area. Bahrain's location in the Middle East played an essential role in strengthening strategic stability and providing balance for regional power. Architecture is considered a true reflection of any nation's development process, as it is the common interaction between human efforts along with location and environment. The Kingdom of Bahrain has witnessed since the middle of the last century comprehensive development in construction and social housing projects, which began with the laying of the foundation stone for the largest housing project for citizens of limited income in 1963. The project was Isa Town, the first phase of which was presented to the public in 1968. The project began with the construction of 350 housing units, numbering at completion 5,650. In addition to all municipal facilities and services, the project oversaw the construction of schools, health centers, commercial, social, and entertainment areas. Following independence in 1971, and as urban development and housing were considered a priority, the issuance of Amiri Decree number 18 in 1975 heralded the establishment of the Ministry of Housing. The ministry includes the Directorate of Housing Services, the Directorate of Planning and Designing Housing Projects, the Directorate of Establishing and Maintaining Housing Projects, the Human Resource and Finance Directorate, as well as Iskan Bank, established in 1979 to support and implement the strategies and policies of the Kingdom in the field of housing. The Ministry resolved to improve citizens' standard of living and contribute to solving the housing and construction issues all over the country, citing, "We will provide suitable housing for citizens of limited income in accordance with the Constitution." Since its establishment in 1975, the Ministry of Housing has delivered many other urban projects following the success of Isa Town. Thanks to continuous support, aid, wise leadership, and the Ministry of Housing's determination to develop towns and new projects for citizens, which keep up with the developments and needs of the Bahraini family. The Ministry has set new plans for future housing projects which adhere to the expectations of the next generation. These plans provide social stability for the kingdom, as well as energizing the economy through the involvement of the private sector. The northern city was the first of these projects and is one of the largest in terms of space and number of housing units. It's located in the northwestern part of the island of Bahrain, occupying 740 hectares. It is expected that 15,000 housing units will be built to accommodate approximately 90,000 people. The northern city has beautiful scenery and stretches along the coast. The 14 islands are linked by a developed network of roads and bridges. The city will be complete and will provide for the growing need for governmental housing. It will provide well-funded public services, and the first phase is expected to be completed in 2014. There is the Buhair Housing Initiative, which is an advanced project fulfilling the requirements of citizens and their necessities. This project will include 666 housing units, a mosque, schools and apartments. This project is scheduled for completion in 2014. Ministry of Housing will continue its implementation of essential housing projects in the coming years and will start the foundation of the Lozi housing model. This modern city will include 831 comprehensive housing units, including services and entertainment parks. Has a special place in the hearts of Bahrainis, and as such, the ministry has planned extensive development which will be known as East Hid Housing. The development is sensitive to the love Bahrainis have for the sea. To that end, East Hid will have beautiful coasts and beaches extending to 227 hectares, including 4,500 houses, commercial centers, and other essential services. These projects will change the concept of social housing and transform the shape of the land to a degree that all Bahrainis can rightly take pride. The Ministry of Housing looks forward to a prosperous future for Bahrain and is determined to deliver on its housing promises. The Ministry of Housing's motto remains: homes for all.